Hello SLAPAFISH community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a video of the top 10 best silver earners in World of Tanks for the medium tank class. And y'all requested this. Well, I did a poll on the community page and majority of y'all were like, hey, do one on the medium tanks. Well, here you go. Requested and you all shall receive. If that makes any sense. But anyway, before I start the video, by YouTube statistics, not a lot of people subscribe when they watch my videos, so if you don't mind subscribing. So, with that said, let's jump into the video, and hope y'all enjoy this. Okay, so, first of all, I really want to say something before I get into the video. So, silver earners. I'm doing this by the silver boost. If a tank is tied with a silver boost, let's say 2 tanks have a 57% silver boost. If it's a higher tier, if it's a tier 8, it ranks higher than a 7, a 10, a 9, or any other tier in the game, because tier 8s are the best silver makers in the game, hands down. So yeah, that's how that does it. Then if it's the same tier and sing silver boost, it's tiebreakers broke by how much it is to repair the tank. Me saying that is because the number 10 spot is actually a 4-way tie. And, well, let me just explain this right quick. All 4 of these tanks are tier 8. All 4 of these tanks have a 57% silver boost. And all 4 tanks repair at 7,410 gold, silver. But there's one tank I picked to be on the number 10 list. And that is the Type 59. The other 3 are the Type 59-2, the T-34-3, or the T-34-3 Black Edition, and the King Dragon. And I picked the Type 59 because the Type 59 has the lowest shell cost. And also the Type 59 is a preferential matchmaking tank, which will make you more silver in the long run because you won't have to be facing tier 10s. Okay, so the Type 59 gets a gun that fires 6.9 rounds per minute. That does 250 damage per shot. It has a DPM of 1,725. It's not that good, but at least you don't have to fight tier 10s. Yeah. Penetration is 281 on your standard and 241 on your premium. You have 20 degrees of gun elevation and 7 degrees of gun depression. Your armor is actually pretty good. You have a pretty decent turret. 200 at the front, 130 at the sides, and 60 at the back. Whole armor is 100 at the front, 80 at the sides, and 45 at the rear. And you also have 1,300 hit points. And like I said earlier, you have a 57 silver boost and a 15% XP boost. So that is the number 10 spot. 9 spot is the M4A2E4, or most people call it the Ripper. 9th spot, it has a 59% silver boost and a 45% XP boost. And also, it's another preferential matchmaking tank. It has a gun that fires 15.72 rounds per minute. That does 110 damage at 1,792 DPM, which actually has more DPM than the Type 59. Gun depression is 10 degrees, but not all around the tank, because at the front tank, you have these little things at the front that ruin your gun depression. You have 25 degrees of gun elevation, too. 92 millimeters of penetration and 127 millimeters of penetration on your premium rounds. Top speed is 52 and reverse speed is 18. You have a horsepower per ton of 13.21. Your armor is okay. By okay, it's okay. You also have 480 hit points. And that's pretty much it. The Ripper. The number 8 is another preferential matchmaking tank, is the T-23E3. And this is a tie between the number 8, 7th, 6th, and 5th, 4th, and 3rd spot. Yes, a lot of ties. Okay, T23E is a Tier 7 American medium that repairs at 6,624 silver, has a 60% silver boost, and a 20% XP boost. What's really good about this tank is the gun. It has a really good rate of fire at 2,091. Well, DPM of 2,091 because it does 115 damage per shot and fires at 18.18 rounds per minute. Penetration is 149 at the standard, 190 on its premium, 25 degrees of gun elevation, and 10 degrees of gun depression. You got 56 forward and 30 reverse, and has a power to weight ratio of 14.7. And that's it for the T23E3. So, and the number 7th spot is a Tier 7 Russian medium tank. It repairs at 5,500 silver, and it's called the Talon. It has a 60% silver boost and a 20% XP boost. It has a 122mm gun that fires 3.75 rounds per minute. That does 390 damage per shot. 1,463 DPM, which is pretty terrible, but the alpha makes up for it. And you also have pretty decent armor for a medium tank at Tier 7. 90 at the front of its turret, 70 at the sides and rear. For its whole armor, it's 75 at the front, 75 at the side, and 45 at the rear. And that's it for the Talon. Let's move on to the number 6 spot, which is the Banshee Combat. That repairs at 5,200 silver, has a 60% silver boost, and a 20% XP boost. It has a nice gun at 15, rate of fire at 15.38, does 140 damage at DPM of 2,153. Gun depression is amazing, 12 degrees, and gun elevation is 20 degrees, and you have a really good power to weight ratio of 19.88, and you go 51 kilometers forward and 18 reverse. You have 1,150 hit points. And on to the number 5th spot, which is a Tier 7 British medium tank. Once again, I almost said American. This is also a cross-trainer between French and British. It repairs at 5,290 silver. I don't remember if I said it. This is the Jackal. It has a 60% silver boost, a 20% XP boost, and a 20% crew boost. It has a 4-shot auto-loader that does 135 damage per shot. And it reloads really quickly because it has a rate of fire at 13.71 and it has a DPM of 1,851. It has no armor to speak of. You have 6 degrees of gun depression and 9 degrees of gun elevation. You go for 48 forward and 20 reverse, and power to weight ratio is 15.26. Number 4th spot is the Sturve 81 or the P Victorian, which is a Tier 8 Swedish medium tank. So this tank repairs at 12,949 silver. It has a silver boost of 60% silver boost and a 15% XP boost. It also has it fires 8 rounds per minute at 230 damage. It has a DPM of 1,840. It's just another Centurion, but it's a Swedish Centurion. You always gotta have a Swedish Centurion because Peak Victorian is just amazing. Onward with that, it has 10 degrees of gun depression. Really good turn armor at 254 at the front, 89 at the sides, and 89 at the back. And you have 1,450 hit points. Onward to the number 3 spot. And this number 3 spot is a Tier 8 British medium tank that is called the FV4202P. It repairs 7,980 silver, has a 60% silver boost, and a 15% XP boost. It has a gun that fires 7.5 rounds per minute. It does 230 damage at And you also have hull armor that's 50 at the front, 50 at the sides, and 31 at the back. You have 10 degrees of gun depression and really decent standard penetration at 226, and your premium penetration is 258. Now, for the number 2 spot, I don't actually own the Atomic, so I'm going to be driving the Bellerophon Centurion, which is pretty much a tank that's very similar to it. It's just another Centurion, but doesn't make it as high as silver, but the Bellerophon actually has better armor and a slower rate of fire. Okay, now, the Atomic Centurion has a 65% silver boost and a 15% XP boost. It has 1,450 hit points. Rate of fire is 8.57. That does 230 damage per shot. And has a DPM of 1,971. It also has 10 degrees of gun depression. It goes 54, 20 reverse, 16.68 horsepower per ton. And armor's just the same as the Sturve 81. 254 at the front of its turret and 76 at the front of its hull. Now, the number 1 spot, which should not surprise anybody, because this is the Ragnarok, a 3-shot auto-loading Czechoslovakian tank. And this has a 75% silver boost, which is the highest in the game. Well, second highest in the game. The first highest is a tier 3 British artillery called the Sexy One, but this is the highest silver earner for a medium tank in the game. And yeah, it has a 3-shot autoloader that does 916 damage for its entire clip. Has a rate of fire of 5.36. It does 320 damage per shot, and it has a DPM of 1,750, 715. 8 degrees of gun depression, 1,420 hit points, and it goes 54 forward and 20 reverse. Horsepower per ton is 18.65. So yeah, that is the top 10. So to recap on the top 10, number 10 is the Type 59. Number 9 is the M4A2E4, which is also known as the Ripper. Number 8 is the T23E3. Number 7 is the Talon. Number 6 is the Banshee. Number 5 is the Jackal. Number 4 is the Sturve 81 or the P Victorian. Number 3 is the FV4202P. Number 2 is the Atomic. And number 1 is the Ragnarok. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH because we're always not. And peace out. See ya.